So, for no fault of their own, after having gone to a masjid to do namaz and being shot there for no fault while they are praying, you're made into a rioter, you come to court, others point out that, these are the rioters of 92, 93. You leave everything, and most of them are self-employed, taxi drivers or small shop owners. So that would mean the loss of a whole day's earnings. You come there and then this thing drags on for years. The government should have withdrawn the case against them on the recommendations of the commission, knowing it's a false case. But everyone felt that when the Congress comes to power, at least the false cases against Muslims would be withdrawn, but that was not done. This kind of thing went on, and finally they were acquitted after years. After years, I think they were finally acquitted in 2005.
During the riots, the biggest handicap was that there was a perception, perhaps in retrospect I may say justified perception, that the state was party to much of what was transpiring during the riots periods. Therefore, people did believe, and perhaps justifiably, that the state machinery would not move at all. Normally, how does a crime get investigated? It gets investigated because the police investigate it and then make a report or file a complaint or a charge sheet in the court. And then the investigation proceedings are put before the court, witnesses are examined before the court, and the court determines whether that material is sufficient to convict a person or not. But if the state machinery is part of the wrongdoings, then it will never investigate. Every time some material turns up, it will reject the material saying, oh, there is nothing in this. Or you might deliberately sabotage the investigation so that the real wrongdoers are never brought to book. This is the biggest disadvantage, which was sought to be overcome by appointing an independent commission. The commission has no axe to grind in that.
श्री कृष्णा कमीशन में तो एकदम मतलब वो उधर थोड़ा हम लोग को उम्मीद थी कि श्री कृष्णा कमीशन से हमको कुछ इंसाफ मिलेगा, तो वो तो फिर बाद में जो भी गवर्नमेंट आई उसके बाद उन्होंने वो तो श्री कृष्णा कमीशन को रिपोर्ट को ही डस्टबिन में डाल दिया।
तो जो जितने भी नॉर्मल प्रोसीजर थे वो सारे के सारे जो है कमीशन के नाम पर रोक दिए गए, जो कि वो मैंडेटरी है स्टेट के लिए, वो नहीं किया गया। करीब 1,500 से ज़्यादा केसेस जो है समरी बी केसेस करके बंद कर दिया गया कि ट्रू बट नॉट डिटेक्टेड।
To the best of my recollection, about 555 affidavits of different victims and other interested persons were filed. They were examined in open court like any other criminal trial, subjected to cross-examination by a band of about 17-18 lawyers there representing different groups. And about 10,000-15,000 documents had to be examined, at the end of which a report was made. And the report was promptly rejected as anti-Hindu, which was a joke, I think, because I'm what I call myself as a Kattar Hindu myself. The matter was debated for a period of 6. The law provides that the report has to be placed on the floor of the legislature within 6 months. So I think the Shiv Sena government waited till 5 months and 29 days were over, printed only sufficient number as the number of legislators, and on the last day at the 11th hour it was placed in the house along with an action taken report, where most of the action taken was not necessary to do anything. And that is how the report was virtually buried with no action being taken.
क्योंकि श्री कृष्ण कमीशन की रिपोर्ट में इस तरह से आया कि भाई पुलिस ने जो की मस्जिद में कि वहाँ पर उनको फायरिंग करने की ज़रूरत नहीं थी, उसके बावजूद उन्होंने फायरिंग की है। और निखिल काफसे के ऊपर उन्होंने एक ये किया है कि उनके ऊपर एक्शन होनी चाहिए थी, लेकिन सरकार ने उस पर एक्शन नहीं किया क्योंकि उस वक्त शिवसेना बीजेपी की गवर्नमेंट थी।
The commission has categorically found that the police and the state machinery was biased towards the Shiv Sena at that time. There was large canvassing by the Shiva Sena political activists, which influenced the police people, the constabulary, particularly at the lower levels. And so much material was produced where the police were openly indulging in acts of violence in favor and deliberately closing their eyes to acts of violence by the other side, namely the Muslims. And the commission did say that so many of the police officers were identified as actual miscreants.
So even in the Hari Masjid case, what Farooq and all have been saying is that they just went there for prayers. He was a security guard at that time, and this man Nikhil Kapse, who seems to be untouched by any judicial process or investigation, continues to be promoted in the police force, while people like Farooq Mapkar are going to court even now. Even now his case is in court.
Then a group of citizens started a campaign against this inaction of the government. Then a series of writ petitions were filed in the High Court, which were rejected. The matter was carried to the Supreme Court, and it happened to go before the then Chief Justice of India, who later on became the presiding judge of the National Human Rights Commission, who took interest in that. And I think even today the petition is pending in the Supreme Court, if I remember rightly. So bit by bit the Supreme Court put pressure on the state government, as a result of which some investigation were made, some were punished, very few people, police officers were punished, none of the state government officials have been punished, and a larger number of victims have not been compensated also, although the commission had recommended certain compensation be given to them. And that's where it stands today.
What the Commission of Inquiry has done, that is Sri Krishna Commission, has definitely shaken the conscience of the people. And they feel this should not be done. Even when I was participating in the Commission of Inquiry after the report has come, and it was rejected by BJP Shiv Sena government, the normal refrain of the people was that ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए था. These are some intangible gains. Secondly, what has happened, that had there been no Commission of Inquiry, and all these efforts have not been put in, then what would have happened? The historians would have, in future, would have taken the facts from the police records as to what happened.
उस वक्त तो मेरी उम्र 26 साल थी, आज 43 है। तो उस वक्त तो मेरी शादी भी नहीं हुई थी और मैं मतलब सर्विस ही करता था, मतलब कुंवारा था, और मेरी 94 में शादी हुई, 93 में। तो उस वक्त हम लोगों को इतना प्रॉब्लम नहीं थे और हम लोगों को काफ़ी मतलब ये चीज़ में मतलब एक लगाव था कि भाई मुझे कुछ काम करना है। और मुझे इसके पीछे इंस्पेक्टर निखिल काफसे ने जो काम किया है, फायरिंग की है मस्जिद के अंदर, 6 लोग मारे गए, तो इसके लिए मुझे कोई ना कोई, जहाँ भी मुझे कमीशन बैठे, कुछ भी बैठे, तो मैं उसके खिलाफ कंप्लेंट करूँगा। मेरा ये इरादा था और मैं उसी के लिए मैं लड़ रहा था।
We should not forget our history, because it is said that those who forget this history are condemned to repeat it. We don't want a repetition of all that, all those gruesome days once again in our city of Mumbai.
मुझे इंसाफ मिले या न मिले, लेकिन मैं लड़ने की कोशिश करूँगा, मैं लड़ते रहूँगा और वो वक्त ही बताएगा, क्योंकि आज नहीं कल लोगों को इंसाफ तो मिलेगा।